What a fight. What a fucking fight. There was a lot of good cards. Good cards? What do we call it?
It's a lot of good fights on the main
card. On the main card.
Yeah, it's a main card.
Welcome back to The Outspoken Show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Number 5 podcast in the world.
Absolutely. Number 5.
We've just finished fight night here in Brisbane, Australia.
Yes. It was...
We're live on TikTok as well.
100%.
The lag, I haven't realised how big the lag time is though.
It's like a good 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Good 5 seconds, so...
What do we think of the fight? Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor.
What do we think? I think Dustin Poirier had him very vulnerable.
First round was
kind of demolished him.
Yeah.
Was McGregor lucky in a way that he was injured?
It's kind of a thing we didn't like. It's so hard to anticipate.
Yeah.
That's going to happen, but we didn't take it into account because when we were talking about what's next for Conor McGregor,
yeah,
there's so much rides on this fight. It just leaves it all in limbo still because
no, you just don't know.
He could just claim, no, I would have come back. I have any chance.
McGregor can say anything now. Beat him. He can say whatever he wants.
So it just prolongs the what's he going to do next, which is great for him.
Because he probably was he was in a bad position.
He was in you mean in the fight or
in the fight?
Yeah, he was getting dominated on the ground. Like we saw that.
He let him out of that guillotine.
He's not a wrestler.
And then
he went for that attempt, the guillotine attempt. And then, I mean, you saw it at the end, just how much of a savage Conor McGregor is.
Yeah.
He was talking shit to Dustin Poirier after he snapped his fucking leg.
Yeah.
He snaps his leg and he's telling Dustin Poirier that your wife is in my DMs. Like, what sick fuck.
Amazing.
I hate it though.
Why?
I hate it.
But you know,
it's so fucking annoying.
You know what it is? It's the true warrior mentality of I can't show any weakness, even though you've seen me snap my leg, and it looks snapped.
Yeah, I get what it is, but I still can't stand it. I was like, I felt less and less sympathy for his leg being broken as he spoke. I'm like, I fucking could have happened to a better boy. I mean, I know it's all show. Maybe not. Maybe a lot of it is who he is, but I can't stand it. That's why I never gravitated towards him. I respect how good he is and how he gets people in, but I always root against him. I watch to root against Conor McGregor winning. Always.
And the fact, like,
always.
Poirier's like saying how he heard a snap or whatever, like straight at the start, called him out, he pointed at it, and then McGregor showed out, you didn't crack shit. Just straight at him, you didn't crack fucking shit.
And Joe Rogan is kneeling next to him to get the conversation. And the medics are surrounding around. But you got to be a sick fuck.
You got to have a different mentality, especially with the money he's got, and he's still on. He's going at it.
Like, he could just stop. Doesn't matter.
But he'll come back.
We spoke about it though, because he's got so much money. Does he have the drive to keep going? But us, like, watching him after that fight, his response is the sick fuck that's still hungry.
Yeah, he loves.
So maybe he still has it.
Who knows what he's doing in training? But when it comes to game day, when it comes to the actual fight night, he's on. Like, he's on. Yeah. He's ready to go. Whether he prepares the same, that's what we don't know. But
well, if you follow his Instagram, like, he posts all the time, like saying it's war's coming, let's go. Like, he posts so many like videos and stuff. Like, he trained very hard this fight. But
yeah, one thing to post about it though, and then one thing to back it up. And it's interesting because at Conor McGregor's level, you've got on the come up. 100% of what you do is to get to that top spot. Now there's Proper 12, August McGregor, his clothing line. He's got a bar opening up. There's so many other things pulling at his time. At what point is he sacrificing training hours?
DraftKings now sponsored.
DraftKings, $1 for $264.
He's got to be. He's got to be not training as hard as he was, and that's partially why he's only won one fight since he fought Floyd Mayweather. He's only won once. He only beat Cowboy Cerrone, and he's lost the other 4 fights now.
Yeah. Yeah, so
that's what it is.
Yeah.
The reporter said since Obama's been elected. yeah. Pissed him off so much.
Since Obama. Fuck me. Yeah. Holy shit. Fuck. But starting off the fight night though, there was Sean O'Malley and Chris Marino. Sean O'Malley.
Chris Matinho, I think.
Something Latin. He's a Latin fuck.
Yeah. Portuguese or Brazilian?
Whatever.
Because they're
whatever.
That's all right.
But I fucking loved Mourinho. Yeah. Whatever his name is. Moutinho.
Yeah. But talk about someone who just like
Greenhead.
earned the contract. He took the fight on 11 days notice. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm not even sure if he was part of the UFC before then, like, or if this was his chance to get in there. But he sealed the contract. Like, he's definitely gonna be fighting.
Yeah.
People want to watch that guy because he was just walking into hits
How
for 3 rounds.
How does the UFC contracts work? Because if you're still losing, they still want to bring you on because...
If you're a draw, I think they do with those lower level fighters. It's like 3-4 fight contracts, and you just gotta serve those contracts. If you're good, you get another contract. I'm not sure how they're structured, but I don't think it's like the same as the main event draws who will get a percentage of the pay per view.
But you don't reckon that Martinho's loss will affect his contracts?
No.
Why?
I think because of the show he put on, and if they win fight of the night, which I don't know, I didn't see any of the other fights on the.
He was a sick fuck.
Yeah. People want to watch that guy fight. I think he's gonna like. You don't have to win in the UFC.
It's
You don't have to
put it
win.
on a show.
If you put on a good enough show against a badass like Sean O'Malley's like legit contender basically in that division.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there. They'll want him fighting.
You can see how composed Sean O'Malley was as well. Like he was so relaxed the whole fight, but he was on the back foot the whole fight. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Someone that's kept creeping back, but is winning every contest.
Imagine being on that back foot. You're laying this guy. You've laid 200 hits into his head, and he's still charging at you. You're like, how do I take this guy down? Like, it's just a freak.
How does he do it?
He's like, what do I do?
He knew. He's like, this is my chance to make it big. This guy's better than me. I need to just stay in here. I need to walk him down. I'm taking 150 hits to the head. Take back 300
He is
hits
walking
to the
at
head.
CTE.
It was like, he was not looking good by the end of it.
Never seen someone take so many hits on the front foot.
In the head.
Yeah.
Like just getting pieced up in the head.
Clean shots in the head. And he kept moving forward.
Face red. Blood.
Remember that first round? At the end of the first round, he was walking to the other side of the cage where his corner was not.
He didn't know where he was. Like, he just keeps walking. Always on the front.
There were 3 people guiding him back to his corner,
Oh,
which was the way he walked.
Yeah.
And then that second round, he did okay. He did okay that round.
Yeah.
Did okay, didn't win, but he did a little bit better. Like he wasn't getting knocked down.
He wasn't getting
Like
demolished.
he was in the first. Third round though, he was just getting pieced up. He was walking him down, so it never looked like he was getting dominated. But he
did he do
was
that?
clearly like he.
It's sad that they ended the fight with 30 seconds to go. Like, but for health,
He might have taken 10 minutes.
Definitely. I think Sean O'Malley may have even said that at the end of the fight. It may have taken a couple of years, or given a couple of years of his life back to him.
He already lost 10 in the first year. Holy shit.
How many
Yeah.
brain cells?
That brings on CTE very,
Oh.
very quickly.
Man,
Very quickly.
Get that contract in the meantime, get some money. There you go.
Yeah. But no,
I think he would have done alright through it.
I mean, it was good to see though. It was good to see someone who wanted to fucking be there.
Yeah.
He was hungry.
Yeah.
He was very hungry.
You can tell when they're hungry. Like he didn't care if he was going to get
Yeah.
knocked down walking. He was walking him down. He wasn't going to be the one where the fight's dictated to him.
Do you think the fight should have been stopped? Is there a certain level of respect owed to Martinho?
I don't. I mean, you can understand it because he got so many hits, and he
Yeah.
at that stage when he stopped it, it was a good minute. He was still walking forward, but he wasn't throwing anything. He was just getting pieced up.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dude, you don't need to finish the fight. Right? But saying that, he let him get pieced up for 15 minutes.
Massively.
Didn't let him get the last 7
Massively.
seconds. Like,
He was put to it.
yeah, it'd be a shame for him that he got the knockout on his record, like the loss. But I mean, I think he still put on the show. I think that's still contract. He's got the contract.
I think he earned Sean O'Malley's respect because at the end as well, he goes, he started shouting out Martinho. He goes, he took this fight on 11 days' notice.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking savage.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd roars.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole of T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas roars.
And that's what they love. Like, you see them booing the other fights because it's just composure and like barely. This is just punch on punch
Better
on punch on
technique,
punch.
just-
Yeah. This is what the American crowd want to see. You know, everyone wants to see just blood.
Yeah, he's gonna be on some main cards at like low level.
So they'll keep him, you reckon, because
He'll
he's
definitely.
such a good showman?
Definitely.
Yeah.
He
Definitely.
can stick around and let other people display their skills.
Or they
punch
might
him back.
they might give him a better matchup because they might see him as someone they can grow to become like a champion who's loved.
Well, and it,
Like they'll work it out. But
yeah, and especially like give him more time than 11 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine him with a full
Like,
camp.
that's a big mental preparation.
How much does that affect your preparation, do you think? Not having, because he's probably still been in camp, he's still probably
maintaining himself
fit to a level. How much do you reckon that would have helped him?
Well, they have
in the
these long training camps where they set up game plans for specific opponents. So only having 11 days, it would have just been like, okay, you're best when you're walking. You've got them on their back foot. You're just going to do what you do best.
Yeah,
Don't worry about what he's doing. He's going to do his thing, but you probably have to just like play to your strength. You need to walk him down. Might tire him out. Like, you can't cater to their strength.
Yeah.
And try to counter as much. I don't think. Like,
It was a great fight, though.
It was a great
so much fun.
Yeah.
and then the next fight, we had two ladies, Irene Aldana and Yana Kanskikana Russian.
Yeah.
The Russian, we're like Russian. She's on steroids. She's going to win.
She's come out screaming.
Yeah.
It was like a
The
tennis.
intro, she screamed.
It was a tennis match.
Yeah.
It did. I thought I was watching Maria Sharapova. It was the same noises being made, but she was kicking people instead of hitting the tennis.
Yeah. And then that didn't take long to end.
Right, that was another like quick fight, just
Big
wide
hit
clean.
on top.
Didn't take long to end at all.
Actually,
She copped a lot of blood early on too, but we're like, actually, maybe she's not injured here. It's just she's easy to cut.
Yeah.
But then it was that left.
Got onto the ground.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah,
Grappled.
and we all missed it as well. We all missed the left.
What
It was
happened?
so quick.
Yeah, we're like, did she slip?
Yeah.
And then we watched it in replay, like, that's not a slip.
Slip with the assist of a left hand to the chin.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
Savage.
next fight on the card was an Aussie.
oh, the Aussies.
Tied to Abasa.
fight.
MVP.
Tied to Abasa, Greg Hardy. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was quick.
That was a
It
lot
was
of fun to
very
watch.
quick.
We got 11 viewers on TikTok at the moment. Let's go. Got 11 consistent viewers.
Did it
But
drop my respect?
tied to Avasa, that was good. Because, well, A, Australian, B, Nadoff week, C, he won in a great way and then put on an after show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoeys all around.
Yeah,
Like,
shoeys.
Drinking out of other
Shout-
people's shoes. He didn't get
Shout out to Nelk.
Yeah, great happy dad little
Yeah.
plug there.
What
That
the
was
hell?
fantastic.
Is that what the Eshe thing is? Milk crew?
No, the
Nelk.
drink out of the shoe. It's
You know Nelk Boys?
I've heard the name, but I'm
They're huge.
a 25-year-old who's 50, so I don't know who Nut Boys are.
The pranksters on,
that's
on,
right, you
on
have
YouTube,
shown.
yeah.
Yeah,
So they've
yeah.
released a seltzer called Happy Dad,
Yeah.
just released maybe a month ago, and he's sitting on top of the cage after knocking out Greg the Rapist Hardy, doing a shoey with a Happy Dad
Aussie as it
seltzer.
gets.
That's so Aussie. And even his post fight.
Yeah.
What was he
the
saying?
whole way out, when he was walking out, 10 different shoeys. Getting poured in the mouth from people.
He's an entertainer. He's an entertainer.
I was nervous for him getting spiked, poisoned, and drugged.
I don't think you can spike that man.
You better have the
Like
COVID vaccine.
how strong or whatever you have to be to get him.
Oh.
He's gassed up. He's
That's the
got
type of
a
guy
shoe.
you can see to take 6 cranes at once for
Oh,
a
he
snorkel.
wouldn't care. Yeah, he wouldn't care at all.
He would outdrink you any day of the week.
100%, yeah. He's probably drinking a whole fucking case right now.
When he was training, he practiced the drinking as well. He's like, I'm gonna be able to score this.
I saw this tattoo that had a wine bottle on this part of the elbow and a glass on this part of the elbow. So then you got a curl for the wine bottle to pour into the glass.
so-
And I can imagine that's some tied to a varsity type shit.
Yeah, he's.
It was great to watch. And we all thought he was hit first.
Yeah, it did look
Yeah.
like he had been wobbled by Greg Hardy, but then maybe he just lost his footing or something, and just Greg Hardy attacked and just got clipped when he was coming in. He jumped too early on it.
Got clipped right in the eye. Right in the right
Oh
eye.
yeah, just
Because when you're
close fist.
watching it live, I thought, oh, he's about to knock him, and then you watch the replays and it didn't look the same.
Yeah.
Like,
Not at
Yeah,
all.
I think he just lost his footing.
Yeah.
And then Greg Hardy's like, just got him.
Oh,
bad
yeah,
decision.
because when he went to jump forward to go hit him,
Yeah.
and then he boom,
yeah,
grounded,
he was ready for him.
and it's not like just getting knocked out. Like he saw the stars
Oh.
just fell back
His
flat.
arm was closed.
Yeah,
Mm.
gone.
Usually that happens from like an eye poke, but it was a clean, just normal
Yeah.
fist to it.
It's interesting as well because, like, in running, they say if you trip at the start of the race, which is very easy to do, the last thing you do is when you get up is to sprint again because your heart rate's already spiked, the adrenaline's already rushing, you're just exhausting yourself too fast. And it looked like that happened where he just thought that Tai Tuivasa had slipped, and he just tries to go ham, and that sort of excitement just he lost complete composure, and that put him to sleep.
Yeah, that's good. Like he was not ready. He was not ready for that left hand.
Not at all.
Spoke so much shit.
Yeah.
Whole way out, like threatening him and stuff.
I mean, he looks like a criminal.
Yeah.
He looks.
He's the type of guy like you're walking down the street and you jump to the other side.
Yeah,
of the street. Yeah.
Even as a grown man, you're like,
Yeah.
nah. Like he's
How much, whatever you do.
he's a
You
scary.
avoid him in the valley.
Yeah.
And he feeds into it too. Like he clearly wants to put that out there too. He's happy being the villain. He wants to be the guy you hate.
Yeah.
I win. And it's good to see him get knocked out.
Gives him his show.
Good old Aussie. Like
He was a showman,
Amazing.
a great showman.
great showman. Oh,
And after that, we had the Gilbert Burns and Stephen Thompson.
Oh.
Wonder Boy.
Yeah, Wonderboy Thompson, he was coming in at fourth contender for the title, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Gilbert Burns was number 2. But odds wise, Thompson was the favourite.
I think that people looking back in the past, like Thompson, he was contending for titles. Probably when I used to actually watch UFC like regularly, like 4 or 5 years ago, he was up there with Tyron Woodley, who's going to fight Jake Paul now. They were the bouts.
Yeah.
Like he fought him twice for championship, lost both years ago, but people remember things like that. Like,
This fight, he wanted to prove himself to go verse for the title.
Yeah.
But now.
Build his way back up. Yeah, he's 38. They reckon 38's you're pushing it now.
Yeah.
In UFC and fighting, it's like
Big time.
very
Big
few get
time.
to 40 and they're ready.
Oh yeah.
Dinner was Team Wonderboy. I was Burns.
I love Wonder
From
Boy.
the
I
start.
still love Wonder Boy.
Calm my Burns.
Like I love karate. Like I love the way his stance and how he could just go for kicks. And
He
his
always-
patience. I love the patience.
He always looked composed. He always looked in control. But
Until he got tackled. Until
Yeah.
he was
He
on
was-
his legs,
He
and then
was
he's like,
Brazilian sliding along the ground again.
the way he did it, where he just like grabbed
Yeah.
his 2 legs together. Like you can't sprawl your, what do they call it? Like sprawl your legs and whatever,
Yeah.
just to prevent the takedown from happening. He got cooked.
yeah.
And then to finally get him down, he had him and then hooked his leg around and then just slammed him down and that was it.
That was it.
Once one of those
Once you're
guys,
right, yeah.
that's when you watch that shit. You're like, if some guy just knows jiu-jitsu on the street and he tackles me down, how do I get up?
Yeah.
I just say, please don't kill me.
Yeah.
Whatever I
I'm
do,
not worth killing.
like everything I've got. Think of
Just
20
don't pull the
years.
murder card.
Yeah.
But at what point do you just pray that he on the street
Yeah,
accepts
just
the
you
3
tap-
tap?
You
You tap
think
in the
that
picture.
all that discipline and training, he sees the tap and he's just like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll let you up.
Fair enough. Enjoy your day.
That's the early friendship.
At what point does that work?
Then he hugs it. He's like, yeah, good fight. What a minute.
But yeah,
This is the valley. Yeah.
Gilbert Burns, that was all he needed to do. Do you think Gilbert Burns could have won that fight with the takedown in the first and the third round, and that's it?
Yeah, because he did it so early, where he was just on top of him the whole round. So you can't score points
Yeah.
in the UFC on your back. So like the fact that he was on his back, Thompson, for 3 minutes of each of those rounds, like there's no chance. Because I think at the end, Wonderboy won the second round
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
cards,
he did.
which kind of makes sense because it was just a takedown at the end. That's all Gilbert had, but whatever. He didn't have any response to being taken down. Like Conor McGregor. Like Conor McGregor. Like once they get taken down.
We were surprised when we found out that he won the second round though, because we didn't think. Did you think that?
I thought it was
Wonderboy-
close, but
Okay,
then in those, the UFC's weird with the scoring. So like, if a fight, not much is happening in a round, and then someone takes down the other person, generally they'll just win the round because that's the most important moment of that round. But he must have hit a few clean hits. He did hit a few kicks and stuff on him, so it must have been enough.
Yeah, well, he got him with that one kick. Thompson.
The
does
spinning kicks are so dope. Like,
Oh yeah.
He got so excited. We're all so high. And then nothing came from
Love a
it.
spin kick.
He got rocked,
yeah,
but then he was able to go straight for the takedown again, and at
Yeah.
that point it was like, wow.
yeah. Wrestlers, like again, if somebody knows how to handle you, oh
And Stephen Thompson's 38.
yeah.
At what point is he going? Maybe. It's all he knows. UFC is all he knows.
He loves to fight. He loves the game. Like that's been his whole life. He was a kickboxer, professional kickboxer before UFC. And He dominated that. I think he was like 57-0 or 57-1 in professional kickboxing.
Risking your life that many times and coming off it's.
And then he dominated you when he first came to UFC. I think he went undefeated.
His
for like
kicking
12.
game is amazing.
Yeah.
How long has he been in the UFC for? Do you know?
Probably since I started, like 10 years. At
Wow.
Least. Or
He's
probably
38, so
close
it
to
could
10.
it could be
Probably
a very
close to
long
10.
time.
He might have been one of the older ones who came into it, but
Imagine risking your life that many times. 57 before coming to the UFC for 10 years.
coached by his dad. Like his dad, I'm pretty sure has coached him the whole way too. Like big part of his care.
That's like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather seniors coached Floyd Mayweather, as we know today, Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
That's a weird bond.
It's like
I think Tiger Woods' dad, Earl, coached Tiger Woods for a lot of his career.
it makes the most sense because like young kid, like your dad is there all the time.
Who knows you better?
Yeah. If you've got one who really is like, I've got something here, or you've got something here, kid. Like I'm going to train with you. I know what I'm talking about because I've
Yeah.
experienced
Trust
it.
what they say.
Yeah, like you literally have that from
Don't
as
be-
soon as you can walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like that's the best bond you could have in terms of getting to an elite level.
I even think the Williams sisters,
Yeah,
they were
their
coached
dad.
by their dad. There's
Yeah,
a bit of a theme there.
Yeah, there's a correlation between
Yeah.
it.
Khabib, was he really?
Yeah.
His
Wow.
dad was his coach,
His
yeah.
dad,
There
took
we
him out,
go.
his dad took him out to the wild with bears.
Yeah. I am a mountain guy.
Yeah.
I was telling Dino about this video I saw of Khabib. He goes, I do not eat much. I am mountain guy. I need bread. I need water. I do not need money. I do not need fame. I am mountain guy.
It was just on a different level.
Yeah, you can't
Like
you can't like get to
Doesn't
something
need
like
something,
that.
anything to survive. He just
he's just doing it because he wants. Do you reckon he wants to? Like, what's his motive there? Khabib's motive.
Yeah, I'm tough guy.
Well, I reckon
This is all I know. It's probably just
Yeah.
literally this is all I know. Oh, I can support my family now. Everyone's set up for years. That's it.
But one of his motives was his dad,
He did it for his dad.
and
yeah,
that's why he didn't even want to do that last fight he did. But he did it like that. He told him this is it, like because his dad was always there next to him outside the ring.
Yeah.
He said this is it, like, and then he's not someone who just comes back. Like he'll stick to his word.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
There's
he's
no way.
Like he's
no
just
way
like
to go
I'm
against his
happy.
word. Yeah.
In my Toyota Corolla and $55 million. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like if the bag was big enough, he'd be
Yeah.
taking it. It doesn't seem like
He could
that's
offer him
something
anything,
he
but he won't go against his family word.
yeah. Man of morals.
Yeah.
There is very few
The
people out
anti-Conor
there.
McGregor. That's why that fight, that was so good. Because they were just polar opposites.
Anti lots of sports.
You
Everyone
could-
just takes the bag.
Yeah, you could have got it.
Everyone's grabbing the bag, and then when someone that comes around that doesn't, you got to respect
Yeah,
it.
you say,
Yeah.
oh, they're loyal.
That's amazing.
Wait,
Really sticks to their word. Like,
What's going on
even
there?
when money's put in front of it, what the fuck?
Even when a lot of money.
That's how you know his childhood was just like, oh, that's different. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't strive for money because there was probably no you'll never get money. This is where we're from. We don't have money. This
He's
is
fighting for
yeah.
different.
This is not. It's not
Yeah.
possible. Like, you just fight because you survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
How do you unlearn that?
And we were speaking about this before. When you go in the UFC ring, you're not human anymore. Like you turn into an animal. It's your will to survive. Like it's just you're putting everything on the line.
do you reckon that's why Conor McGregor struggled in the second fight against Poirier? Because it seemed like he was too nice guy, too self-aware, too almost human and polite.
I would say that, but he was a bit of an asshole this one, and still tend to get like dominated in that first round. Like he was not winning that fight.
No, Conor McGregor wasn't close.
I don't think it matters about his approach in terms of his outside approach. Like maybe just over the hump. 32 and over the hump. I'm just like, but it's
Been a few rusty years.
honestly, how do you get yourself up if you've got all that money? Like I don't know how you would you can't train at the same level.
But you don't want to go down as like even though you have all this money, it doesn't matter if you go down in history as like this guy just kept losing at the end.
But he is.
Ruin your
That's
reputation.
what it
what
is.
happened.
Exactly.
I'll be honest, though,
That's
that's
why he
what
doesn't want
happened
to
with.
stop though.
But that's what happened with Muhammad Ali.
But
He was dead broke. He's not remembered for that. But there was a lot of ugly fights. He fought Larry Holmes, who killed him. Like that's a really ugly fight to watch at the end of Muhammad Ali's career. It's not what he's remembered for.
Yeah.
So terrible for his health, but I'm not sure people remember that so much. because people still remember Conor McGregor for knocking out Nate Diaz, for counting him out so many times in 2013 to 2017.
But do you think his shtick can still work? Like, the arsehole shtick, like, I'm the best. He keeps losing now. Did people not just put up with it and they loved it because he did it, he backed it up, he knocked you out in the second round if he said he was going to knock you out in the second round? Like, now, because it never used to bother me that much, I used to enjoy it. Now it just annoys the shit out of me. Like I said earlier, like, I can't stand his, like, arrogant, how much of an arsehole he is now. While he's losing too, like, I get you've got the money, you're probably winning in life, but you're not winning these fights. Now you're just an asshole who's talking shit to people who are beating you. Like,
but the thing
your wife is in my DMs.
Like, the thing is, it still draws him so much attention.
It still does, but is it gonna get old, or are the loyals? They're just like, whatever he says is gold. We love it. You still love him, obviously. So maybe I'm just like he's fucking unified that I'll accept.
I did watch Conor McGregor saying it in a press conference just before this fight. He goes, "I don't have fans anymore. I have soldiers." And yes, I agree. While it sounds very, but I do think there's merit to it, because I do think there's a loyalty above fans, and I think Conor McGregor's there.
Is he a fucking cult leader?
Yeah, I do think he is.
Conor McGregor just rallies the soldiers.
Is Conor McGregor a cult leader? Can you comment below?
No, I don't think so. I think it's gonna wear out. I don't think he can keep losing like this and people still love him at the same level. Of course, diehards will. But I think it's going to drop. I would be interested to see this pay-per-view. Do you think it's going to crush? Do you think it's going to be... You think so?
Okay, that's a good... Let's talk about it. Where is this pay-per-view at? We haven't even checked Instagram yet.
Yeah.
We haven't even checked Instagram to see what that's like.
No,
we haven't checked any of our socials. We were chatting with a few guys before the fight started, and we know they were watching it. You were chatting to a couple of mates, I was chatting to a couple of mates. But I haven't had the chance to see Instagram stories yet. I feel like that's a good indication of where pay-per-view numbers are at as well.
Do we think it's more than the Jake Paul fight? Do we think it's more than Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather? Like, do we think it matched up? I don't think so.
Well, the thing is, I think that's McGregor, because he became like how he used to be instead of that second fight. It's brought everyone back.
You reckon? I just closed
everyone
off
comes
to
back.
I'm letting my own dislike for his way I just cloud my judgment of what's probably actually really happening.
It's like other sports. Like the people that come back for that one thing.
100%.
Post about it.
I genuinely can't stand it though. It's so annoyed. Like, fucking just shut up.
I will say though, I do think this is the perfect opportunity for Conor McGregor to bow out and leave the sport.
Yeah, my recovery didn't go as good as to compromise me. But he can't do that. He can't.
I feel like he won't. He'll want to come back.
Against who? Is he going to come back? Dustin Poirier 4?
Nah, he's gonna have to go. He's gonna have to start lower now if he wants to come back.
Who's
That's the issue.
Jake Paul. Just fucking
McGregor,
Jake Paul.
He can get a fight with whoever he wants.
So outside of the UFC.
And I think...
Well, he won't get a title fight.
Okay, yeah, but I don't think he should want a title fight.
And anyone wants to fight him because they know how much it brings to them as well.
At what point does he just start fighting like 10 to 15 contenders? Just get 2 or 3 wins up on your belt in the space of a year. Say he takes the rest of this year off to recover. Next year he fights 3 bottom feeders. Cuff USC guys, easy wins, and then he leaves the sport.
But do you think they are easy wins still?
No, they're not easy wins.
But do you think it's worth the risk?
Yeah, because
imagine he then loses to someone outside the top 10. That's officially done. I don't think he would take that risk because he knows he's not putting in these guys, these fringe guys.
Do you think
are putting their?
I reckon he has that. I reckon he has a fear.
Yeah, I think he's like, I need to just fight contenders where if I lose it makes sense because they're at the top of the game, but I can still beat them because I'm Conor McGregor. But I'm not fighting anyone where if I lose, I'm irrelevant now because that guy's 10th.
But do you think
still a badass?
Do you think a loss is a loss against number 2 contender versus number 15 contender?
No.
But in people's eyes, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I think so. No, I think so. That's why you're like, oh, he's losing to the guy who's 15th. The casual fan can even look at that and be like, Well, he's done. He's not
Yeah.
the guy we used to love, like beating the cadets. He's losing to 15.
Yeah.
A hungry up and comer. Yeah, I don't think he can afford it. I don't think he can afford to lose that if he wants to keep it going.
Well, how else would he be able to keep it going? Is Conor McGregor's career still alive?
Yeah, you're probably right. He's probably got one more in it because of how this one ended. He's got another one, but he has to.
Well,
Same as this. It's like just delayed. He has to win. He has to win to keep it going.
Well, when he was on the ground, he was pointing at Poirier saying, "Let's go again." But like
He goes, "This isn't over."
Yeah. But like, as blood's bleeding from his ears and blah blah blah.
Nope.
But like, I don't know. Does Poirier take that again? Or,
I don't know. Yeah, does he accept the fight?
Yeah.
Does he need to now? Probably not.
He's proved his point.
He's probably got his money. He's proved his point. Does he need to accept the fight?
But Poirier might want to because McGregor's a money grab regardless.
Yeah.
I know, but how much money is enough?
Well, as long as you're still fighting, you're taking the money as well. Like, why wouldn't you?
Because he might just not want to give it to him. Like, he might just be over the Conor McGregor experience.
He could be. But as McGregor, I think you've got one fight left. Are you going to go for another big fight that you're risking another loss? Or do you just go for a...
Go fight Nate Diaz.
How would
The
that go?
trilogy, I think they've had 2 fights.
How would that
One
go down?
each. I don't know.
Cowboy round.
They've both been out the game for so long. It would just be a shit show in terms of like a... Not a shit show, like a slugfest.
Yeah.
That would be a big draw. That would make sense to me.
Is Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor going to happen? Drop below. You know what? We got 65 people live.
Hey, let's go.
So I think that could be the way to go.
Yeah, just get that money grab in the UFC from someone who's at least entertaining to fight again. Like, big draw.
I guess it depends on Conor McGregor's intentions. Does he want to still make it back to the top? Or does he just want to get that... He could go for one more money grab. This broken leg has allowed him to go for one more money grab. So he could get that. Or he can try and rebuild and consolidate.
Does this count as a loss, or how does it work?
I don't know, because it's a doctor's stoppage. I'm not sure.
I think it's too
He
soon
seemed to be
find out,
adamant it was a doctor's stoppage. Like, he was saying, that's a doctor's stoppage.
Yeah,
that's
straight
a
away,
doctor's
yeah,
stoppage.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, it mustn't go down as a loss for him, but it's a win for Dustin Poirier or something.
I think that was one thing he wanted to make sure of because it does make a big difference
Yeah.
as his record. Because saying,
TKO is different. Like,
Yeah.
That could be any kind of knockout where the ref's just like, no, stop it. Yeah.
but by saying no, almost this was out of my control, like using that as an argument is a lot more powerful than I got fucked up tonight. And
Yeah.
Conor McGregor will run with that narrative if he can.
Yeah. He won't say that he was losing that whole fight, that whole round.
Yeah.
He will say it happened because my ankle.
Yeah. I made it to the end. I might have lost a round, but I was going to come back and knock him out in the second round.
He was. Oh no! I remember now. He was saying, "Let's. If
I know,
I have to, let's take this outside now." He's got a broken ankle. He's saying, "I'll do what I need to do."
Oh, such bullshit.
He really wanted to take him outside. Oh,
But that's why we love Conor McGregor.
yeah.
Because it's never over.
Yeah, exactly.
You love to hate him, or you love to like. It's still entertaining hating him. Like, I still will watch. So we still got that,
Well,
even
yeah.
though I can't stand the persona.
And we've still spent half an hour talking about him and paid to watch him fight.
Yeah.
So at what point does he not give a fuck?
He does it already. Like, that's the point. Like, I'll still watch. So he still got me. I care more about him than I do, like, the Logan brothers and that. No, or the Paul brothers, sorry. But I'll still watch them as well. But
People are wanting to see the fourth fight. The fourth fight between Logan.
yeah, Logan Paul.
The people are wanting to see the fourth fight between Poirier and McGregor as well.
The
Well-
UFC will want that too. I just
Yeah.
want the Dustin Poirier way. If
Well-
he really is sick of it.
Well, you see, Poirier at the end also said how he was threatening his family. He was,
Death.
saying, he literally said, like, before the fight, he said,
Oh, at the end of it, yeah.
I'd have to look at my phone, but he said, like, I'll kill you. Like,
Yeah.
Like, he's talked all this shit out of him. And he was literally saying how, like, I hate this guy. Like,
Yeah, like, saying you're going to murder me and my family
Yeah.
too. That's an understandable take. Like,
Yeah.
You
If
think
this is-
how many
this
views
is-
would Poirier get, like, on a normal fight compared to his McGregor fight? Like,
exactly. It's
So-
it's just whether he thinks it's enough. And you're right. He probably would take it, but I don't know. A man of like strong principle, Khabib wouldn't. Like, I don't think he took another fight with Conor. There was only the one.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
it.
That's it. Like, he proved his point. He didn't take a rematch. I'm sure they would have wanted that.
I think Khabib is different to Poirier. Do you think?
They both have strong morals, and
Yeah.
they both seem like decent, humble people.
But McGregor also got him at Khabib's head. He was getting angry.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I mean. Like,
Yeah. Like, he's good at it.
He senses the people are actually probably like decent, humble human beings, and he's just like, I know that I can annoy you because you have such strong principles.
Yeah.
Boom, I'm going to say I'm going to murder you. I'm going to come at your religion with Khabib and all that. Like
that was the fight where
it's good.
At the end, the fight's over and they're jumping over the ring and fighting in the crowd.
That was
amazing.
That card was also amazing.
That was
too.
amazing.
Like the Derek Lewis fight, that one. I think before that, I think it was.
He looks like a bad one.
Last minute knockout. He's big dude. He looks like he's tired. Then he just throws a power hit and knocks people out.
Yeah.
So good, so good. But
yeah. That was the start of McGregor's decline. From that Khabib fight. That was the build up.
That's what we do. Different levels. Like, you can't be at top forever. Unless you're Khabib, and then you choose to quit.
It's hard when it's all you know, though. Like, McGregor actually does know more stuff than fighting. But we're talking about guys who from age 13 or 10 to 30, that's all they practiced. They didn't go out on a Friday, Saturday night. They didn't go to uni. They weren't making friends through the normal routes that everyone else was, and then they're on the world stage in front of millions of people. Like, they don't know anything else.
Yeah.
They haven't practiced any other thing.
Like, that's why when you see a Khabib bowing out, you're like, whoa.
How do you do that?
No one does this.
Yeah,
no
how do
one
you do that?
Bows out at the top. Like, known as pound for pound the best in the UFC. No one comes close. No one's proven that they can beat him. He's lost one round in his whole career. Like, that doesn't happen.
I reckon he's been asked hundreds of times to come back.
Yeah.
And he just declines it.
He'd be
Come on,
offered
Khabib.
so much money.
Yeah.
So much money.
But even, yeah, I don't know. There's different levels to it. Like, different... Because he's one of those ones that's all he's known. All he's known is fighting, but he's also so self-assured. He doesn't need to prove anything to anyone.
He's a different breed.
Yeah, I won, I beat everyone. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
My accents are on point this guy. Like,
Very Russian.
I don't want to say it.
Perfect.
Holy shit.
It's been interesting, though. It's been so interesting. And I'm curious to see how it plays out just over the next few days. Just to see how that narrative develops.
Because it's got to be a long time till another fight happens, regardless. Cause
Yeah.
how long do those things take? Is the bone's got to, like, repair? Is that a year?
A long
Is that
time.
like-
Your bone.
It won't be
At
the
least
same.
6 months.
He's got to...
Especially the way you saw it like, coming out.
Conor McGregor won't be fighting until this time next year. It'll be at least 6 months for his bone to repair. And then you've got to prep again. Because this is 6 months or a year of not training, not fighting, not sharpening your tools.
I myself have had an injury, and even that was just a ligament ripping off, and that took pretty much a year just to come back.
How long? Sorry, keep going.
So it's pretty much like 6 months of just laying there just for it to heal, and then you've lost it all. So you have to come back, do all that training.
How long did it take to regain the skills that you lost over that time, you reckon?
Just to take my first step took nearly 9 months. And then to be able to do all that rehab, build up all the strength again, like it just to even out your legs, and then start running, start getting fit, all that.
And technically, how long did it take to get to the same point you were technically before your injury?
I came back, played a whole nother season, and then it was the one after. So
You had 12 months of actually playing just to get back to the level you were at.
Wow.
And this is where we'll see if Conor McGregor really, really wants to keep fighting.
Yeah.
Like,
do you reckon he does?
I don't know. It's hard to tell now because he keeps coming back. He clearly wants something out.
Yeah.
Like he clearly loves the stage still. He's still putting on the show.
And even though like everyone thinks he's a celebrity, he doesn't think that himself.
Of course he thinks he's
obviously, but
of course he does.
Well, he said this.
I know he's a leader of men.
Listen to this.
He said, "I'm no celebrity. I'm a man who beats people's faces for money and then bounces."
And then bounce.
He said it's a bounces. Like it was amazing.
Ugh.
Beats people's faces for money and bounces.
You hate it.
He doesn't beat people's faces anymore.
Well,
he gets his
he
face
used to.
beaten for lots of money, then he bounces.
On one leg.
Yeah. like his story now is I get taken to the ground, pummeled, get paid a lot, then I leave. Like
He just
He
can't
used to
take
be
it.
that.
He just can't take those tackles.
yeah. He used to be the guy who could beat your face and knock you out in the first round.
And he would call it. That's why he got so much higher.
Yeah.
I'll knock you out in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it? No.
When does it stop?
Let us know what you think will happen with McGregor over the next 12 months. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification.
Hit the
Thanks
bell.
for tuning into the number 5 podcast in the world. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Peace.